Welcome to the next video in the series on financial resources for small business. In this video, we will be looking at small business cash flow and expense management. The tools and tips in this video are for every business owner to help run their business during this time and to better manage their expenses. Looking at your business balance sheet is a good tool to utilize. These are your assets and liabilities, what you have and what you owe. We will discuss cash flow forecasting, fixed and variable costs, accounts receivables, payables, inventories, capital assets, debts, and liabilities. First, cash flow, an extremely important aspect of any business. In other words, the liquidity of the business. Your business now has gone through the first quarter of the year and hopefully has completed the year end for 2019 and may have already filed taxes. If you haven't filed the business taxes, I encourage you to do so. In order to forecast cash flow properly, you need to know your tax liability. Even if the deadline to pay taxes has been extended, the liability needs to be included in the forecast. Talk with your accountant or bookkeeper to get your financial statements up to date. You will need them to qualify for many of the loan programs. It is important to monitor cash flow daily, weekly. How much do you currently have? How much do you need now, this week, this month, and so on, for up to the next 12 months? Do you have business interruption insurance, and do you know how to access it? It is important to communicate with your bank as well as your insurance company. Fixed costs versus variable expenses, such as rent, manager salaries, if they are still working, loan and mortgage payments are examples of fixed or static costs. Variable costs such as supplies, advertising, purchases, and direct hourly wages vary with activity and sales volume, as does taxes, and have a variable effect on the net profit of the business. The idea is to consider turning fixed costs into variable, perhaps by laying off salaried employees, outsourcing services and supplies, and reallocating funds to digital marketing and communications. And while still increasing your bottom line, keep in mind that reaching your customers is key, especially if your physical location is closed to the public. Utilize the abundance of emerging digital tools and website platforms. Get your business showcased on as many as are applicable in your circumstance and your area. Is your website up to date? Does it need an overhaul? Is your client communication database or list accurate? Perhaps now is the opportunity to do that update in a forced downtime. Assess social media. Where are your customers? Do you reach them through Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest, YouTube, Google My Business? This may be the time to expand your reach with minimal outlay of cash flow by utilizing different tools available. Look at local and regional listings. How do your customers find your business? How do you let them know you are still in business and operating safely in a different format? Utilize local chambers and association member directories, digital marketplaces, Yellow Pages, Canada 411, Yelp, and TripAdvisor. Again, these are easily accessible and don't require a great outlay of funds. Another cash flow management tool is your business accounts receivables. Consider how to collect. Offer discount incentives for pay now. Remember to use compassion and monitor affordability. Don't give away all your profits to gain cash flow or set up a false sense of expected customer discounts going forward. Explain to your customer it is for this time only. Audit your accounts payable. In other words, work it. Negotiate for discounts. Make sure you have clear communication with your suppliers. Extend and stretch the terms wherever possible. Discuss applying your last month rent to the current month with your landlord. Remember, communication is key. Another tool to manage cash flow is turning your existing inventories into immediate cash by offering sale pricing, discounts, and BOGO, buy one, get one. You can try different sources for your business purchases. Many suppliers will be offering bulk pricing deals, discounts for early payment, and other incentives. Just keep in mind your cash flow capabilities. You can create new lines with lower special current pricing. I've seen many very creative ideas to gain cash flow and keep customer purchasing. It's a win-win situation. When considering capital expenditures, in many cases we advise to postpone them. Now may not be the best time to expand or buy new equipment and use up the limited cash flow you have to stretch out over the next 6 to 12 months. It is important, however, to protect your existing capital asset. Discuss with insurance about non-occupancy policies if your building is closed. Consider the community policing available for your physical location. Is it safe? Let's move on to debts and liabilities in future detail and how they can affect your cash flow. Many banks and financial institutions are offering loan and mortgage deferral programs. Discuss with your bank manager if you qualify and what arrangements best suit your business needs. So take advantage, but also remember it is just a deferral. The interest still accrues. There are government-supported lending programs, which we will go into further along. Be aware of alternative financing and the availability for your immediate cash flow needs. Consider lines of credit, short-term loans, merchant cash advances, personal loans, credit cards, and advertising grants that may be readily available to get you through the next few months. At this time, I'd like to recap with some of the takeaways from the list we've gone through. The key tools and tips are: monitor your cash flow, communicate with your customers and suppliers, keep your bookkeeping and your year-end up to date, and avoid falling into a false sense of financial security by deferring too many costs to the future. Thank you for watching this video on small business cash flow and expense management in the video series of Financial Resources for Small Business. I encourage you to watch our other videos for more helpful tools and tips on how to manage your finances during this COVID-19 crisis.